Hello everyone, and this is Zach, and today we are going to do more ranked battles. Now, today is June 1st, so the rankings have reset for the online laddering, and I think because of that, I'm going to actually name this series Hope for Master Ball, because in all honesty, it's a surprise that I make it to Master Ball tier the last couple seasons. But today, I decided to throw a team together with G-Max Alcremie, with support Arcanine and some other tools. So let me know down in the comments below how you feel about the name Hope for Master Ball. And while you're down in the comments, let me know if there's any other games you've been playing during this time. Yesterday I did a video for the Ninjala beta, and I actually really like that game. It reminds me a lot of Splatoon, and I talk about that in my video. So if you want to check that out, there is a link in the description. But anyways, we are going to start in Great Ball Tier 9, and we're going to see how terrible this can get. So we are going to use our team I named Sweet Dream, Focus S Extra Drill, support Arcanine with Berry, Rotom Mow, Milotic, and of course your Prankster Sableye and your G-Max Alcremie. So one thing I thought about this team is how prevalent sleep is, especially for G-Max Pokemon. Putting a Pokemon to sleep is actually really critical right now in the metagame. So I decided to use an Alcremie with Sweet Veil, which prevents Pokemon on my side of the field from falling asleep. That in turn is helped out by the fact that I do have a Hypnosis Milotic with Coil. I have been running into some Gastron trouble because the only attacking move I have is Muddy Water. So my one thing I have to do is try to use Milotic at the beginning of the match rather than saving it for an end, especially if I see a Pokemon that may have Water Absorb. So we are looking for a trainer, and I will cut in when we find one. Okay, so we have found an opponent. We will have a kitty that is a rank 8, and so that means they either just dropped down or it had a really hard time finding me a match. So I see a opposing Sableye, I see an Excadrill, I see a Tyranitar. We do have to worry about Water Absorb being on the Lapras, but most of these Lapras are running Armor Shell to prevent crits, Togekiss, Obstagoon. So I think here we have more physical attackers. Rotom is really good against Togekiss and Lapras, but it falls short against Tyranitar and Excadrill. Let's bring it. Let's see how that goes. So I definitely tried it a little bit on Master Ball off stream when I first built the team, just to get some grip on it, and I was doing okay. Sableye and Lapras. So I think here, let's just Dazzling Gleam, because I'm worried about seeing an eject button, because that's what my Sableye is, and just get a Coil off to hopefully get a Hypnosis. We'll probably see a Freeze Dry come out. Instead, we're seeing a Gigantamax from the Lapras. Let's see what the Sableye has, because it might be proccing Weakness Policy on the Lapras. Lapras can become a really big problem if Weakness Policy does get propped, because it brings up a Aurora Veil. Quash. Okay. So we're going to get a Coil off on Milotic, and we'll probably see a Renaissance or Resonance. Max Lightning, actually. Okay, that doesn't do too much. And we saw that Milotic went before Lapras, but the electric terrain is going to stop it from falling asleep. Okay, so the Sableye has a berry to weaken a fairy type attack. And I think here we change the terrain. And I'm worried that they might quash the Alcremie again and prevent the terrain from coming up. Let's just get a Muddy Water. Let's get a Recover. So the next turn we should be able to launch a Hypnosis, unless the Sableye quashes, but hopefully a Muddy Water will be able to take it out. And we'll see the G-Max Alcremie. So you are quashing the Milotic, you are worried about the Hypnosis. We're just going to max Overgrowth and probably prop a Weakness Policy. Ooh, that's a bulky Lapras, even with no Veil up. And we do prop the Weakness Policy. So we'll have to see if Milotic's able to live this Max Lightning. And it does not. Ugh. And the electricity's back up. So they definitely came to deal with Sleep. And do you have a Lightning Rod Pokemon? You actually do not. So it's pretty safe to actually try to take out that Sableye and just use their terrain against them to launch a Thunderbolt off. So you're going to quash the Alcremie. Get some good damage on Lapras. And that Ice type attack is definitely going into the Rotom, and I think that is the end of our Rotom. Yeah. I definitely should have targeted down that Rotom, not the Rotom, the Sableye a lot earlier, but I just had to worry about a Weakness Policy coming out. But this G-Max Finale should do it. And let's bring in the Arcanine. And Togekiss will come out. We'll have an Intimidate, but both of these Pokemon are special attackers, so it's really not going to do anything. And Lapras's Gigantamax is over. So I think we're just going to target into the Lapras to try to take it out. And we'll see if Follow Me come out. Arcanine Snarl will go out, hitting both Pokemon, lowering the special attack. And I probably should have brought the sun up. I should have known that Follow Me was coming. And that's not going to do anything to Togekiss. This is one of the downsides of taking a team and not really properly testing it, is that I really don't get a chance to use it that much, and I don't learn the ins and outs. I only played about 5 to 6 battles with this, and I didn't do any testing on Showdown or anything like that. So I think here we see that the Arcanine outspeeds the field, so we definitely have to just start neutralizing the special attack of these Pokemon. So we're going to see a Follow Me come out, but I did 2 double spread attacks with Snarl and Dazzling Gleam. Snarl is going to lower the special attack. Now this Lapras is back down to its regular special attack. And we're still not able to take it out. Arcanine is going to live, so thankfully we were able to bring down its special attack, and that will prop Arcanine's Berry. And that was my phone. So I think at this point we know we're outspeeding. So I just wanted to Dazzling Gleam again, and this time I'm going to Heat Wave. Follow Me. I don't know why you're following me at this point. I've already used spread attacks multiple times. And we are able to take the Lapras out, and let's see if the Dazzling Gleam will get the Togekiss. So we already saw the weakness policy on Lapras, so we know it's not on a Tyranitar that may be on the back. And this Arcanine is actually speed crept to take out an Excadrill. So we'll see Obstagoon come out. Shiny. Nice. And that's it. So we are going to Dazzling Gleam. And, we're going to protect the Arcanine, because I feel like that's what you target. We'll see if the Obstagoon protects and uses a Cross Poison. So we do take a good chunk with Dazzling Gleam. The terrain is going to heal, but we're going to able to get some health back with Arcanine and Alcremie with the same terrain. And the Aurora Veil's gone. So I think here we're just going to Dazzling Gleam again and launch off a Heat Wave. Alcremie is going to go down to a Cross Poison. And that is definitely a 3-hit KO with the terrain. The terrain's gone now, but that means I also have no form of recovery. Will the burn help? I guess I just have to keep Heat Waving. Arcanine is going to live the close combat and actually drop the defense. Unfortunately, this Arcanine is special with Heat Wave and Snarl. And we're able to take it out. Alright, so Arcanine's able to seal the first match. The Arcanine has a very supporting role with Will-O-Wisps, Heat Wave, and Snarl. Really just neutralizing attackers, and it's built very bulky. And it works very well with Alcremie because it handles and puts pressure on steel types that would definitely threaten Alcremie, and like I said before, it is sped crept to outspeed Excadrill. So we're going to move on to the next battle. Let's see what they had. Sandstream, Life Orb, Focus Sash. So a lot of Excadrills are running Focus Sash now. But this one carries Earthquake. Actually, just 4 attacks, not even a protect. The Lapras was Hydration, so Pear Song, that's annoying. Let's see what else that had. So it wasn't Guts, but it was Defiant with Assault Vest. Okay. So let's move on. and go to our next battle. That matchup was kind of scary. I think the fact that it was supported so much around Lapras and I had a lot of options to take it out made the Lapras really have to target certain Pokemon. So we see Dracovish, Corviknight, Tyranitar, Whimsicott, Dusclops, and Lapras. So we definitely see some bulk on this team. I think here we go Arcanine, Sableye, Milotic, and we will go Alcremie because I want to bring the Rotom, but the Alcremie does carry Giga Drain. I am really worried about that Corviknight. After the May I See and getting stalled out by 2 or 3 Corviknights, I'm a little scarred. So scarred that I am actually shiny hunting a Rookidee myself. I'm using the Masuda method, and I'm only 30 eggs in, so I just started, but it's just something I've been doing in my free time. So unfortunately, the Arcanine is definitely immediately threatened. And with things like potential Corviknight and Tyranitar in the back, I do have to preserve the Intimidate. But I know that I'm going to be probably faster. Let's taunt the Whimsicott. And then next turn, we can eject button. Ooh, we should have eject button the first time. But you should go for the Arcanine, right? It's a easier KO. So Whimsicott is faster, so it is going to get the Tailwind off. And we're going to see the Renaissance. Into the Sableye. Smart, you're getting rid of the eject button. But we will be able to get a Snarl off, making it so Lapras will do less damage. So I think here we just want Alcremie for some terrain control and hopefully some healing. So now this Lapras is -1 in special attack. The thing I have to worry about now is the Whimsicott. Let's switch into Milotic. And we'll just take care of the Whimsicott. I'm worried that the Whimsicott probably has a Grass type move to prop weakness policy, and now that Tailwind's up, it is going to get that off. But on the plus side, that Lapras will be only +1 instead of +2. We'll have to see what they decide to do. Did you predict the switch and go Max Lightning? Or did you target down the Alcremie? And we just see a Moonblast. And a Max Geyser come out. And a -1 Lapras is going to do no damage to the Milotic. So we're going to Max Flare and immediately handle this Whimsicott. Ooh. The rain and the veil is actually really helping. But we are stalling out Tailwind. And both of my Pokemon are able to heal from that. So I'm just going to get a Coil off on this point. and really just flare again. So you're going to Moonblast, which does good damage. You actually get a critical hit. You are going to activate my competitive though, so that makes me +1. And Max Lightning is going to come out. And we are going to Coil, but we definitely don't survive another Max Lightning, especially with terrain up. And now that the rain's gone, we are able to take out how much did it take last time? Okay, so next we're going to see Tyranitar. And you're going to take away the sun. G-Max is over, but if you're carrying Thunder, you have to try to land a Thunder, in all honesty. But Tailwind's still up. I think at this point, I should probably switch in my Arcanine. And let's go for the Lapras. We'll get an Intimidate off on the Tyranitar, bringing both these Pokemon to -1 in their respective attacks. And you are going to Rock Slide. And Freeze Dry, which Arcanine should take that well. And we do good damage even though the Veil's still up, and so Lapras, Arcanine, and Alcremie, but Tailwind should be up. Okay, so I think here, I definitely just have to burn that Tyranitar with Veil still being up. And the weakness policy not activating on Lapras, that means it's probably definitely on Tyranitar. We are going to land the Will-O-Wisp to get a burn off on Tyranitar, which is really good. And Giga Drain the Lapras. Get some health back. And we're back up to full. We do prop the berry on Arcanine, which is good because we'll probably see a Hydro Pump come out. Okay, so you're focusing on the Alcremie. So I think here, knowing that I have the speed, I definitely have to double into these Pokemon. How many turns of Veil do you have? You have 3 more turns. Let's just protect with the Alcremie. And we'll bring Lapras down another. And that really doesn't do anything for the Tyranitar. And it's going to Earthquake. And the Lapras does knock out the Arcanine. But the Lapras is -2 at this point. You know what? Let's get rid of that weakness policy that's probably on Tyranitar. It's not a prankster move, so it should still hit. And let's get some healing back on Lapras. Oh, and you do get the Rock Slide off. But Sableye is going to live. What did we knock off? And there's that weakness policy. Okay. So I am worried about an Excadrill in the back because my counter to it, Arcanine, is gone. Dracovish. Oh, goodness. Well, this isn't good. Let's see who you target down. We'll Shadow Sneak to get some damage off. Is it really going to offer much? No. So I think this is the match because all I have is a Milotic in the back, and Vicious Ren should still do a good amount of damage, even though Milotic's a water type, and these Mons are going to be able to heal any damage that I actually did. So we're just going to have to try for a recover, because either way there is a double up coming out. The Tyranitar isn't going to do much damage because it's burned. We knocked off its weakness policy and it's -1. But the Dracovish should be able to just take us out with one Vicious Rend. Yep. And that's one of the cons this team. It's not the fastest, and I have no options for speed control, whether it would be Trick Room or Tailwind. So when it comes to Pokemon like Dracovish, it actually really threatens my team. Let's continue battling. And all that work we did is gone. So we have another trainer already. And it is another player at rank 9. So actually, this would be a good lead for Arcanine and Milotic, because if you start with Incineroar, We will bring the Rotom for the Primarina. And maybe the Alcremie in the back. I can definitely see me Dynamaxing something like the Milotic. Let's see what you lead with. Milotic and Darmanitan. So we do get an Intimidate off. Let's just Heat Wave and Coil. Because you either set Tailwind or you try to taunt the Milotic if you're Whimsicott. But both of these Pokemon are pretty threatened by Arcanine. The only thing we have to worry about is the Galarian Darmanitan definitely has the tools it needs to hit the Arcanine hard. But I wouldn't be surprised if I just see a Tailwind come out. And a Max Knuckle right now would actually, there's the Tailwind. A Max Knuckle right now would actually really break even Rock Slide. Oh, and that still does so much to Arcanine. And a double flinch. So I think here we definitely have to protect. And it is Blind Hypnosis time. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Grass type attack come out from the Whimsicott. Taunt. Good play. So I think here we definitely have to try to keep all that stuff rotate, like the Intimidate's rotated. How's Rotom gonna take that? Let's go Alcremie and Muddy Water. And then next turn we'll have to rotate out the Arcanine and get another Intimidate off. That still did so much. Helping Hand. Excadrill would have been really good in this lead. So we do get some good damage. Critical hit. Accuracy drop. Okay, so I think here we have to just fire, and we will risk the Rock Slide and rotate in another Intimidate. It's been really hard to keep Milotic healthy in these matchups. My opponent just played this Whimsicott really well. So we get another Intimidate to go out. And hopefully we will survive anything this Galarian Darmanitan has to offer. Gleam. And that's actually going to prop the berry on Arcanine, which isn't too bad. And Rock Slide. Alcremie avoids, and you still hit Arcanine. He's -2. We do get the sun up. Team's Tailwind peters out. So I think here we get a Milotic. Because you either taunt Air Balloon. You either taunt or you reset Tailwind. We're just going to have to double in. Could we see another Rock Slide? I think we're just going to see another Rock Slide. High Horsepower comes out on the Milotic, and it's able to take it out. That should bring Excadrill. Oh, it's not stashed. Okay. So what do you have last? You're really worried about that Milotic, though. So I think here... Here I just have to really hammer in. They have not used their Dynamax though, so I would not be surprised if I just see a Max Guard come out. Like I want to take down the Whimsicott, but it's been really helpful, and my opponent's been playing it really well, but it's not putting that much like offensive pressure on me. Helping Hand. And that will be enough to take Alcremie out. And we see that's Life Orb. And Rotom really doesn't have anything to hit this with. So we just have to keep trying to chunk it with Dark Pulse. Max Warwim. And there goes Rotom. Okay, and we are rank 8, which is wonderful. So I definitely did not expect the 3 matches to take that long, so I think I'm going to cut off recording here. So far, how do you feel about this Alcremie team? How would you make it better? I legitimately need some advice at this point. I think I'm just not taking in the right Pokemon to matchups. I'm really shying away from the Excadrill, but I really shouldn't, because it would have helped a lot in the last 2 matches. But anyways, I've been Zach. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.